All right. Greetings to the global house of the incredible world coin millionaires around the world. This meeting was supposed to be scheduled for the new year, but due to unforeseen circumstances and also schedules, we are by the grace of God, holding the meeting today, being the 5th of January, year 2024. And so I want to appreciate the Almighty God for keeping us alive and also making it possible for each and every one of us to be alive and also witness today. It is a miracle for you to have crossed over from the month of December, year 2023, up till this moment. Now we are in the year 2024. And so I want to specially appreciate the Almighty God for bringing us thus far. It can only be God and nothing else. And so I want to glorify His name. And I also want to appreciate all the executive arm of the Incredible World Coin globally, beginning from our frontliners, who are the developers and also all the engineers working round the clock to ensuring that this project keeps moving. And so on our side, in this part of Africa, we sincerely acknowledge your efforts and also all that you have put in all this while to ensure that we keep going. And so I also want to use this medium and opportunity to specially acknowledge and appreciate all my able ambassadors, all the leadership across all the regions, across all the African countries, and also I want to appreciate all our humanitarians and also their sponsors, and I will not also forget to appreciate all our able subscribers across uh, different regions or other parts of Africa and even beyond. I learned that we have some subscribers in United Arab Emirates who actually were part of the ICO before going to that area or that region. And so I appreciate you all for making Incredible World Coin a project, because IWC will cease to exist without subscribers. And so without you and I, there is no IWC in existence. And so I want to use this medium to also welcome us into the year 2024. Just like yesterday when we started the year 2023, and surprisingly, we are already moving on to another dimension. And so you are all welcome in today's edition of the Google Meeting Update, which happens to be the first in the year 2024. And so it is a privilege and also an opportunity for all of us to be here once again. Uh, this evening, I would like to update us very quickly, and I also want to use this medium to apologize to some of us who have been trying to get in touch with me during the holiday period, and also those who were making efforts to get in touch or communicate with me during the Christmas and the New Year season. And so it has become a very serious concern and also a burden to myself and so many other leaders. That is why throughout the holiday season, I am not privileged to celebrate this holiday with my family. And so we have been busy out in the field, even on the Christmas day. on the New Year Day. We are all over in so many other regions. We just came out yesterday and we're able to record a good number of migrations from these regions. And so, what the issue with the migration process is such that many people were not aware. And so, we have a leadership structure that has not been functional for quite some time. And so, this has been one of the major reasons why many other regions were asleep. And so, up till this moment, we still have so many other people who are sleeping. And so, the only regions where response are coming out from are the regions where a little orientation has been ongoing or has been on since this migration process began. And so I was privileged to visit different areas bordering Sierra Leone to Liberia. And so in most of those regions, they are completely out. And some of them do not even know what is happening. Why? Because the leadership in that region has been sleeping. And so it is not good only enough for you to bring in subscribers. It is also good for you as a leader to always follow up with consistent updates regarding the progress and also the happenings around the Incredible Wealth Coin project. And so we have many leaders who have been adamant, who have been dormant, sorry, not adamant. They have been out completely from the forum, and then they are not getting any updates uh, to be able to extend or give updates to the subscribers in their region. And so this has also been one of the major challenge. The same thing is happening with our coordinator, Mr. Mbappe from Togo. I always tell him to join the meetings over here so that he can get some informations to disseminate to the team over there in Togo, but he is always absent. And so I don't know if there is any challenge joining this meeting. But all the same, we appreciate God for how He has brought us and also for bringing us this far. And so, as currently as at this evening, we have a total of 48,193 completed migrations on the exchange. And so the reason why we are moving simultaneously is because migrations are only coming from three different regions. And so on a weekly basis, we can barely record up to 3 to 400 migrations from Nigeria in a week. And so mostly we record like a minimum of 4 to 600 migrations weekly from Liberia. And so this is where the momentum is gearing up more. The leadership in Ghana has been sleeping immediately after the ICO. Nothing has been happening. And so the same thing applies to Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire and also that of Gabon. All of those regions have been sleeping. They participated in the ICO, but currently they do not even know how to go on the migration process after a lot of trainings and also so many orientations given since the inception of this migration process. And so currently we have a total of 48,193 migrations. And so we still have some pending completed migrations yet to be moved into the exchange. And so if coins are not yet on the exchange, the migration is not fully done. And so those migrations that have already been reflected on the exchange, that is what the number will pick. That is what the exchange picks. And so it doesn't matter whether you sign up on the exchange, as long as the process has not yet been completed, the numbers have not yet been counted. And so those migrations that have been pending, I have been working on those migrations and also many others, also ever since our return back to base yesterday. And so we will continue from where we stopped. And I want to welcome us all back from the holiday season. And so there is an alternative uh, uh, email currently sent by the admin, of which I'm going to share it across our various uh, platforms. And so currently at the moment, we can forward our migrations via info at iwcexchange.com. So I'm going to share the details on the Incredible Wealth Coin social media platforms so that we can all have it correctly. And so the only difference from the first one is admin at iwcexchange.com. And so you can forward your migrations at info at iwcexchange.com. Info at iwcexchange.com. So the info is INFOR at iwcexchange.com. And so we will be sharing that on our various platforms so that those of us, especially the administrators in charge of migrations, will take note of that henceforth. Let migrations be sent through that particular channel so that it can be attended to, even if I happen to be in somewhere where there is no network. At least you can send it directly for that particular migration to be attended to on time. And so we have, I was actually hoping and working so hard to ensure that we have up to 50,000 before we get into the new year. That was why I deprived myself of going for a holiday, both Christmas and New Year, to ensure that we are able to meet up with the 50,000. But still, yet, we appreciate God for where we are currently. And so this evening, I want to just draw our attention very quickly to some of the key important aspects and also some of the concerns that were forwarded to me, and also some developments that so many people who are following up with the current happenings in the crypto industry and also in the blockchain industry, especially in this year 2024. There are a lot of things that are going to occur and also happen. And so you are going to witness cryptocurrencies going beyond what you have ever expected this year in 2024, because the forecast shows that a lot of financial institutions around the globe are going to turn towards the direction of blockchain technology and digital assets. And so it has already started happening across Europe, across America, and also even across India and other regions. Someone just sent me an information that it is even a crime to spend up to €1,000 in Europe currently at the moment, and it is also a crime to be able to move with €1,000 cash. And so there is a new policy that has emerged in such a way that wallets are created right now, and so many institutions now are, affiliating with blockchain infrastructures to be able to carry out monetary settlements and also transactions across different regions in Europe. The same thing applies to America, because I have someone over there in I think is the person is based in Arkansas. And so he told me that a lot of ATMs are gradually folding up across America. And so many other financial institutions, including banks, are gradually going into digital settlements. And so we have been saying this for quite some time since during the ICO up till this moment. A lot of people were thinking that this is a joke. And so it is not a joke, and it is going to take a lot of people unaware, because the policies financially that will come up beginning from 2024 to 2028 is going to affect a lot of people keeping cash in their banks. And so, even if you are not going to invest in IWC, I would advise you to change your financial asset, into digital assets. Something that anywhere you moved or wherever you find yourself, you can be able to spend your money, you can be able to perform transactions, and also you can be able to freely gain access to your finances. And so this is just the beginning. And so this is why it is very important for you to be part of a digital asset institution. It doesn't matter whether it is Binance, it doesn't matter whether it is Bitcoin, it doesn't matter whether it is Ethereum, it doesn't matter whether it is IWC. But the major concern there is that you should be a part of this particular move so that it will not carry you unaware. Just last week, I was discussing with a friend and I told him that Binance is going to go beyond 300 US dollars per BNB in 2024. And so Binance was around 248 sometimes in the month of November ending stroke December. So if you go to our exchange, the Incredible Wealth Coin IWC exchange, you will discover that as at this evening, Binance is 314 US dollars. Bitcoin has gone up to 43, heading to 45 before the end of January. And so you will also witness a lot more of cryptocurrencies gaining a lot of value and also momentum at this point. And so this is one of the reasons why I have worked so hard and still working very hard, even during the holiday season, to ensure that we launch. And so we have so many people who are just spectating, people who are just sitting around watching to see what will happen. And so this is why we are where we are currently at the moment. Had everyone joined hands together, we would have opened this exchange long ago. But it is only a few persons or a few individuals in some regions that are busy working and also pushing the entire process. And so we will continue to push without relenting, and also we will not get tired until we get the 55,000 subscribers. And so when we started, many people were thinking this is impossible. It will take us 5 years or 6 years to get 55,000 subscribers. And so there is a say that says a journey of 1,000 miles only begins with a step. And so we want to appreciate God for this moment. And you will also begin to see that before the end of the first quarter of 2024, blockchain infrastructure will be implemented across many governments, even in Africa. The infrastructural aspect of blockchain technology will be implemented at the government level. So before the end of this year, or before the end of June in the year 2024, you are going to witness a lot of inceptions and also a lot coming into this particular industry, because uh, all indications and also every other thing you see around shows that there has been a tremendous meltdown in the year 2023, and 2024 the fiat system is going so much beneath your expectation. And so our local currencies are not going to get any better. Why? Because the giants are even suffering currently because of the high inflations around the globe. And so everything is gradually gravitating towards digitization. And so it is a new dawn currently. And so the earlier we begin to adjust from the very early stage, the better for us. And so migrations have not been active in so many regions for the past 6 months. So many regions have not been active. The most active regions are the regions from the Nigerian region and also the Liberian region, and a few momentum coming from Togo and also Ivory Coast due to some of the sponsorships that some individuals have sponsored, and also few migrations that were done. And so from the region of Sierra Leone, we have been working hard to see if we can be able to also implement a lot over there, but hopefully before the end of January towards February, we will visit that region and even that of Guinea to be able to implement and also get incorporate more momentum from those regions. And so I want to appreciate us all for making sure that we are always on standby and also coming on for updates. And so this is so far where we are currently at the moment. And so I heard some people saying, is this migration only coming from Liberia or from only one country? And so those of you who have been sitting down spectating, you will not understand what is happening. And so if you want to be a spectator, sit down and wait until we get the numbers. And so there and then you will witness history in the making. And so we are grateful to God for bringing us this far. We are currently 48,193 completed migrations on the exchange. And so we want that exchange to open before the end of January. And so that is why we are tirelessly working round the clock. And also, it will also interest the global house to note that the anniversary bonus challenge that ended on the 31st of December, there are still an outstanding coins of over 115,305.673 IWC that are still outstanding. And so we will not cancel the sponsorship in order to motivate more sponsorships coming from these regions. And so the window of opportunity is still open between now till either the 10th or the 15th of this month, because we are hoping to exhaust that bonus benefit for all the sponsors and also those who are going to be sponsoring migrations in order to help us to move faster and also to help us to be able to execute the remaining few numbers that are left. And so we have less than 7,000 subscribers on the exchange left for us to be able to have the exchange open. And so I want to sincerely appreciate the ambassador out of Nigeria and also appreciate Reverend Dr. George LCA from Liberia, who also left his family. And also, I want to specially appreciate Mr. Smo Moluba, who is the acting director of administration, and all other leaders and coordinators, and also those who have been very instrumental in making sure that we keep moving. And I especially want to appreciate our IWC sponsors out of the southern part of Kaduna State, talking about His Royal Highness. Joshua Makamatakar from that region. I can not forget you in a hurry because of your focus, and also appreciate all our uh, able administrators from that region, talking about Mr. David and Mr. Hosea. They have been very much effective and also consistent. And I also want to appreciate all of us who have been working tirelessly, and also our sponsors from Yola region, which is the southeast part of Nigeria, Mr. Volkito, and also Pastor Victor and his wife from Yola, and also Bishop Japheth Tomwaso, who is the the IWC coordinator out of Yola over there. They have been very instrumental in this process. Very very soon, not long from now, all of this will be over, and so a time will come when people will be begging to do their migration, but no attention will be paid to them. Yes, and so we have been on this process for a very long time. And so when the time comes, you will have to look for your own BNB from Binance in order to do your migration so you can trade on the incredible exchange. For those of us who have been spectating, I have been saying this from day one, and I want to remind us, beginning from the first meeting in the year 2024, because not too long from now, we will start trading very, very soon, not too long from now. And so the choice is ours. All of us can come together and decide that this exchange should start trading by next week, and it will happen. And so, if we all decide to fold our arms and wait until Mr. Incredible and all the coordinators and Mr. Zaki and others work hard to bring in sponsorships and also migrations, and then you will have to wait patiently until we are able to work hard to get to that level. And so I also want to appreciate all our people who have been absent in this forum for a very longer period of time. I'm seeing a lot of faces that have not been consistent in our meetings. You are all welcome back. And pretty very soon we will start jubilating. I hope that it will happen in this month of January so that we can all uh, proceed and also move forward. And so I want to appreciate also Mr. Zaki from Nigeria, the ambassador over there, for his tremendous effort from that region, and also giving his best despite the challenges and also the criticisms. Your criticisms on our forum only makes us wax stronger, and so those who are sitting down criticizing and saying all type of things, it only makes us get more stronger. There is no success without wilderness challenges. And so that is our cross to bear. And so we will continue to bear all the insults and the criticisms until we get there. And so I appreciate us all for showing much courage, and also for believing in the leadership, and also for working along with the Incredible WorldCoin team in Africa to ensure that we achieve this tremendous success. Thank you so much, everyone. And so I will just open the floor for maybe a minute or two, because we already have gone 29 minutes 13 seconds into the meeting. And so if there is any comment or question, I would like you can indicate by raising up your hands, uh, and an opportunity will be given to you in order to air your comment or question. But in the meantime, I want to appreciate Mr. Zaki, who has been very instrumental too. You can unmute your mic and just greet the house briefly, because I have so many people today whom I likely want to greet the house. And then I also want to appreciate Madam Favor from Lagos and all our sponsors out of Lagos. She has also demonstrated a very resilient courage to be able to sponsor consecutively. She is one of the highest sponsorers out of Lagos and even out of the southeast and both the south. She has been one of the very consistent sponsor. She also happens to be one of the first people from the Nigerian region who sponsored migrations in the year 2024. And so we will not forget at the end of this particular migration process, those who worked along with us, even those who sponsors individually, we are going to award a lot of people by giving them some benefits uh, by the end of this process. And so, thank you very much. Mr. Zaki, what is the update from Nigeria and also other regions where you are? And also, I wish everyone a happy new year. Thank you so much. And so, if you have any comment, you can either drop your comment on the comment section or you indicate by raising up your hands, and I will give you an opportunity to speak. Yes, over to you, Mr. Zaki. Just
Mr.
1 minute
Zaki,
before we run.
just 1 minute before we wrap.
Yeah, thank you so much, the executive director, my one and only boss. Thank you for this time, and all I just want to say is to say thank you for your life and the leadership in Liberia. Last week, I was so worried last week trying to reach you. You were always telling me you enter this region, you will not come, and you enter this. And thank God that today we are having this meeting. And I really want to be, I'm so happy that we are able to over 8,000. This is God's grace upon this project so far. I know it's not by our own doing, it's not by our own power, it's just that the grace of God is upon it. And God that have taken us, that has brought us this far, will take us to the end of it. And also, I really want to appreciate my Nigerian uh, holders, Reverend Victor Vokito, and my people from Kaduna. They have been so wonderful. I was telling His Royal Highness, I said we are going to give him by the time this the trading started, we are going to give him an award. He was just laughing because he has been so consistent in this migration. And my people from Adama, kudos to us. And I just know that before the end of this month, we'll start smiling. And like I said during when we had some other issues, that was last week. So not really an issue. Because I always want to call the people directly. I always want to talk with them directly to really know where their pens are coming from. But thank God, some of them had really they understood where we are really getting to, and some of them are bringing other people to migrate. So we are hoping, by the grace of God, from Nigeria, from next week, we're going to see massive migration from Nigeria because we have other people that are coming on board. Some of them have not returned. Some of them said next week. So I pray that by that next week, we'll see a massive migration from Nigeria so that at least before the end of this month, this will start trading. That is just my prayer. And thank you so much once more. God was going to give you more grace and strength, sir. Traveling around like this and leaving your family is not easy. But God will see you through, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Zaki. We appreciate that uh, update from that region. And so, uh, okay, Reverend Enatru is raising up his hands. Let's try to be very brief. I'm just giving you probably a few seconds because we are beginning to the meeting is, if it is prolonged, it is always difficult to upload on YouTube. Yes, you can unmute your mic, sir, very quickly. Uh, Reverend Enatru from the south part of Nigeria. If you can hear me, you can unmute your mic
All right,
very
thank you.
briefly.
Good evening to the house.
Yes, good evening, sir.
I just have a little contribution and I want to beg, I want to appeal. Please, to those of us who are always in the meeting like this, I want to believe we are all much informed than any other person out there. And I believe that we all know the way these things are going. Please let all hands be on deck so that we can come at trading. Like I said the other time, everybody in this platform now, in this exchange that has been transferred to the exchange uh, platform, if we all just bring just one person, before you know it, everything will start trading. Everything will be fine. Everybody will be okay. Everybody will laugh. So this is my contribution. Please let all of us, let all hands be on deck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, if you look at the gap that is left between as at currently where we are currently at the moment, you will discover that we have a few numbers, and where we are coming is far bigger and far compared to where we are going. And so it's just a matter of consistency, and also uh, coming together as a community to ensure that we all make this happen. And so if you minus 48,193 subscribers, we are only left with 6,807 persons, of which, if we can all decide that even if it's one person that we will migrate in a day, with some other migrations, with all the sponsorships that are coming in, the sponsorships are only coming more from Nigeria and Liberia. And so the other regions, nothing is happening. Individuals are only migrating themselves, and once they do that migration, they are sitting down waiting. And so that has been the problem. And so migrations that have been coming from Nigeria and also Liberia is what is helping to send more other people into the exchange. And so the sponsorships has also helped us a lot, because I could remember there was a week in the month of December that sponsorships from the southern part of Kaduna came in close to about 3 to 400, and so that has helped us to grow the numbers very quickly and also on time, apart from those sponsorships coming from Madam Favor and also other people from other regions. And so I want to specially appreciate all those of us, especially Mr. David, for his consistency. When you find, if you want to understand how difficult it is to do migrations, find out from Mr. David, who is the administrator, and also Mr. Hosea. They will tell you how difficult it is to migrate 50 or 100 persons. And so, what we are doing is not a little job, and it's also not a joke. To send in 500 migrations into the exchange will take you hours sitting down behind a computer or behind your phone to do that. And so I sincerely want to also applaud our administrators for that consistency and also for that hard work. I'm hoping that all of us will continue to join forces together to ensure that we are all moving and also keep moving. And so I want to appreciate also some of our leaders and also those who have been very consistent, inspiring, and also motivating the entire forum. I want to thank Uh, Mr. Lazarus also, after seeing him for a very long time from the Adamawa region. You are welcome, and welcome back to the forum. And I also want to welcome Mr. Volkito, who is one of the very, very key sponsors, apart from being a humanitarian, also from that region. I think he sponsored over 40 migrations last week. And so he has also been one of those who have been very focused. And I also want to appreciate Mr. God's Power, Mr. Hosea, who is one of my administrators over there in the southern part of Kaduna State, Mr. Ibrahim, and also I want to thank Mr. Koli Bombo from Liberia. He's also one of the sponsors who has been also consistent in the forum. And I also want to appreciate Mr. Marvin, Mr. Onyemara, Mr. Perry, Mr. Smo, and Udoka Favor. Mr. Victor also is joining us today. You are welcome, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the forum this evening. And so, those of us who came in and left, I saw Mohammed Senesi from Sierra Leone. We might likely be in your region towards the ending part of January or maybe early February, God willing, on that region. And so you have been in and out. I know is the network that is not good from that region. And so thank you very much, everyone. This is the much we can take for tonight. And so the 1 year anniversary extended until the 15th. So we want to exhaust all the bonus coins allocated for that anniversary. And so we still have until the 15th of January to be able to exhaust that allocation. And so thank you so much. Until we meet again, I will not schedule a meeting until we get to 50,000. And so there won't be any other meeting until we are 50,000 on the exchange. So I want everyone to go back. Let's all dive more deeper into the migration process so that we can converge back here again in the forum for another meeting. And so thank you very much, everyone. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good night and Happy New Year.